victory all in my eyes. Enemies only can see my demise. Envision my downfall, it's not in my view. I only look up, I will not be subdued. Can never submit, position is grip. The mission persists like it's built out of bricks. In the gym I commit, knocking shit out of shit. I'm a Russian, I'm a fighter. I am everything you fear. Ask your questions, I'm the answer. I'm the whispers in your ear. When the lights start flashing for you, expectations loud and clear. I'm a Russian, I'm a fighter.
Welcome to the WBC Arena, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our Sophie Leash.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Berlin, Germany, Sophie Ali.
All the talking and we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. That jab won't score. A perfect counter shot. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
She wasn't ready for that counter. These two women pretty close halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
So much firepower here. The straight right just misses. Missing with that jab. Nice counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Sophie in that last. What do we expect to see here in round two? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. The straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Sophie. There's the bell for round 3. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. Blocks that jab. They block the left there. They exchange punches. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sophie. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
Only catching air with that hook. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Oh, and Jonas dazed with that shot. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they going to do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Natasha Jonas on wobbly legs. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Sophie in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no... Back into the fray here in round 5. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
She needs to be careful that she doesn't punch herself out. These two were made for each other. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This is a high-octane battle. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Nice job by her to block that jab. She wasn't ready for that counter. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. They got out of the way of that right hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Sophie in that last. There's the bell to start round 6. That last round was a debacle. Let's see if she can get things righted here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Fighters sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. They'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Catch and shoot. They block the jab. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Catch and shoot. Let's talk about Sophie. There's the bell to start round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch, counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. blocked the left there. He wasn't ready for that counter. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate.
A lot of big punches, and Jonas can't take it anymore. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? One, two, three, four. Can you continue?
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Natasha Jonas in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But
it looks like she's going to survive the round, but just barely. Let's talk about Natasha Jonas. And we enter the 8th round. Johnny, she looks pretty good right now, but how do you think she's going to hold up after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. You've heard the phrase, down goes Eilish. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Have to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sophie. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. So that's a 10-8 round. Got to turn things around here, Johnny. What do they do?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Her stamina is off the charts. Nice counter punch right up the middle. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
They They blocked the left there. Some nice exchanges from both women in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Back and forth they go. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about It's round 10. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. A lot of effort being exerted here. Right hook not connecting. She catches and counters. Nice counter punch right up the middle. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Sophie in that last round. Now you start one. This is the 11th. We've entered the championship rounds. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Eilish just took a big shot and she's in trouble. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace, get the pace back to normal.
Drop their guard, they get caught. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to...
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Sophie Eilish is dead. Down goes Sophie. I don't care how good your chin is, a punch like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come to me.
will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show...
Final 10 seconds here, and it's been a good round for her for sure. Let's talk about Sophie now. And there's the bell to start round 12. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Incredible work rate. Good counter punch. Eilish is hurt. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Punch, counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Good defense there with that left hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near.
Fight, I'm out of grid, I'm like I'm Joe. Always